how's it going? I hope everyone is doing all right whenever you see this. This is going to be a general reading for Earth sign Capricorn for December 2024. Um, so everyone is welcome regardless of where you may have Capricorn in your individual birth chart. All right. Sun, moon, rising, etc. Okay. Always check your Venus signs for more in-depth look into matters of love and all that good stuff. But we do have the mat that I'm going to use here. Once we do our sound bell and cast the bones and charms, I will be taking the camera down so you guys can see stuff more up close in detail. All right, but before we get started, I just want to make sure our sound is good and that we're going live and all that good stuff before we get started. So let me just do that real quickly here, guys. Thank you for your patience and understanding and all the good things. So yeah, I hope again, whenever you see this, that you find something from it that you can take with you. Always feel free to use your intuition, of course, and keep the stuff that does resonate and kind of leave the rest behind. All right, so I'm going to do a quick sound bell here to clear the energy from the bones and charms, to connect with my guides, for you guys to take a couple of deep breaths if you feel guided, and just kind of check in and get into the energy here. So again, this is going to be for Capricorn for December 2024. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and start shuffling the bones and charms. So when I do that, I will make a little bit of noise, but it won't be forever. All right, so thank you again for your patience and understanding. So spirits, please guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for December 2024. Spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for December 2024. What do they need to see? What do they need to know for their highest good? Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for December 2024. Let's do a little bit more there. All right. Spirits, guide my hands, please. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good for December 2024. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn. Messages, spirits, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good for December 2024. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for their highest good. What they need to see, what they need to know. Spirit, guide my hands. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for December 2024. Spirit, guide my hands. Messages for Capricorn. Messages for Earth sign Capricorn for December. All right. So we have quite a few things going on here for sure, Capricorn. I'm just going to flip over some of the bones and charms right now that I can, that won't mess up the other ones. So when they're a little bit more spread out here, it's a little easier to do that, okay? And again, before I take the camera down in a few moments, I am going to kind of place my hands over the mat and kind of see where Spirit wants me to start this reading, since it's always a little bit different for every reading. And again, of course, this is a general reading meant for multiple people. All right, so again, take what resonates with you. And thank you for your patience. All right, Spirits, please guide my hands. Where would you like me to start this Capricorn reading? Okay, so right there on the lucky rabbit's foot is where the energy is drawing me. So that's where we're going to go ahead and start. And then I also want to take a quick picture, since I will upload that later to the Facebook page. I do that for all my readings, so in case people want to see it at a later time, it will be there. All right, but yeah, so let's go ahead now and take the camera down so you guys can see everything more up close in detail. Okay, so Capricorn, as you can see here, a lot of your bones and charms are pretty spread out this month, okay? So you've got definitely a lot of things going on here. When the bones and charms kind of fall outside of the mat, that's basically still in those sections where you see those divided lines, okay? But it just means that this part's off of the black mat or energy from the past, all right? I didn't even see this tooth was like all the way out there. So I'm still going to keep it off the mat, but just bring it in a little bit closer. And I think I'm going to take one more picture because I didn't see those two items there. So I just want to make sure that I got everything in the picture. Okay. And where's my pen? There we go. All right. So Capricorn, remember, where the energy was drawing me to start your reading was where this lucky rabbit's foot is, okay? And that is the section of body and mental health, okay? So we'll kind of start there and then kind of go outwards and see where else the energy is drawing us. And I kind of want to flip this one over a little bit. There we go. Okay. So I think I've said it before, but I'll say it again, right? Whatever falls inside the center circle here can really affect all the different areas, okay, right? So we have work and money over here. We have spiritual unconscious. We have body and mental health. And then we have relationships and love, all right? So we'll get into each one one by one. And also I forgot to say happy birthday to all the Capricorns ahead of time, since we don't move into Capricorn season until December 21st. But I wanted to say happy birthday to all the Capricorns out there ahead of time. And I think I forgot to say it in the last Sag video, but happy birthday to all the Sages that fall in the second half of, I'm sorry, that fall in the first half of December is what I was trying to say. All right. But anyway, we can see here, Capricorn, that in your body and mental health or someone else's, the general environment situation, there's all this good luck here this month. So that's really nice to see and very beautiful. Okay. I also see that there could be a lot of support, okay, with some type of changes here going on. I'm going to lift this up and move it over. Okay. And I say that because here we have the snake vertebrae that was touching also that lucky rabbit's foot. So some kind of support from your support system, whether that's friends, family, romantic lover, mental health care worker, etc. Maybe there's some more support this month for your body and mental health or someone else's, etc. Okay. But I also see here, Capricorn, that someone's mind, okay, is a lot on, or is going to be a lot on the body and mental health, and also relationships and love, okay, because that skull there falls right on the line, so it affects both of those things. And then you also have your second skull over here, more in the past for relationships that we'll get into later. But definitely someone's mind is thinking a lot about these things this month, okay? And right next to, on top of the first skull here, we have the sorry, it's not the butterfly, it's the honeybee. So the first honeybee is here, okay, also touching that snake vertebrae, and then also touching the chair, which is also on the line, okay? So here we can see, Capricorn, that, there's like a real merging, I'm hearing, or coming together for somebody's body and mental health and more support, okay? This could be you supporting someone else or someone else supporting you, or it could be, both of those things in addition to it just being the general environment situation here. But I can also see that this may have something to do with the home or in the home, right? Making better choices for your body and your mental health or someone else's. It could also be maybe where you feel at home within your body, within your mind, and for someone else as well, okay? But again, if we put your green lucky rabbit's foot where it is, it all falls in this section for the most part this month. So lots of good luck here. And I see that there's like a manifestation going on also, manifesting that good luck for overall health, okay, here with the coyote claw touching that lucky rabbit's foot as well. Then the coyote claw is also touching this butterfly over here. So transformation, big transformation with the body and mental health. And this could be, that your angels, spirit guides, ancestors, whatever you want to call it, is maybe helping you clear something here to support that transformation here. So we see part of the feather charm is underneath that angel coin, okay? And then on this side, we can see that we have the feminine charm, we have the yin and yang symbol, we have the dragonfly, and then we have the fish. So there could be some type of feminine energy here that is helping with this clearing energy. So as a stereotype, right, we all have feminine and masculine, but this feminine energy is a more soft receiving energy that maybe wants you or someone else, multiple people, general environment situation, to have more balance for the body and the mind here, okay? And this possibly is going to bring like more prosperity energy with the fish, and then also something about our dreams for body and mental health, okay? So definitely really beautiful energy that I'm seeing here so far. Now I want to move this out of the way again so we can kind of see what was on the other side of it, okay? So here on this side, Capricorn, I can see that we have the crown here, we have the rope, okay? And then we have the masculine charm kind of on its side here, really cool the way it fell like that. And it's on top of the question mark. And then on this side, we have right on the line, okay? We've got the apple, we've got the broom on its side there, okay? And then we have the skeleton hand, and then we have the leaf charm, okay? So here what I'm seeing, Capricorn, is there could be something here with a masculine energy that's a higher up, okay? Since we're talking about body and mental health, it could be a doctor or a trainer, etc. It could and or be your own leadership qualities, but over time, this more masculine proactive energy, let's say, to look at any questions regarding the body and mental health or overall health, is going to be like facilitated also by a teacher or mentor or a guide, a doctor, a trainer, etc. But someone's been thinking a lot about this or will be, and it's also can be also about your own leadership qualities with your health, with someone else's, with a community aspect of like multiple people even. But there's a beautiful clearing energy here too with that broom, okay? And also with the skeleton hand there and the leaf, that is, the skeleton hand is a symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, etc. Is maybe wanting to help with this clearing energy. So just like the feather here and then the leaf here, these are both clearing agents. Okay, so clearing things that are no longer serving us, okay, in terms of our health, okay. Because I also see here, if we look in the center, right, whatever falls in the center again is going to affect all these different areas. Is there could have been a little bit of some challenging energy here with the mountain charm, and then with the cloud it's like challenging energy and a little bit of confusion. Okay, so again, if we go back here with that masculine energy with the question mark, if this brings up the challenging energy and the confusion brings up some questions, it's like just keep clearing. Okay, just keep working with someone, and working with different aspects of yourself. Okay, working with someone that has more knowledge than you or is higher up in these areas, and working with parts of yourself that maybe are more higher vibrational, because over time you are going to still be able to clear those things. Okay, now, if we pull out a little bit here, and once the camera focuses, I also want to see what is in the past here and a little bit in the current present energies that's on the black mat. The white mat is going to be past energy, okay? So here I can see we got the turkey wishbone, we have half of the bicycle charm, and then we have the lizard charm. So here in the past, Capricorn, in terms of someone's health, there could have been a lot of wishes and wanting more movement around these wishes. And I love that, like on this side, it's movement with the bicycle, and possibly also another indication of like exercise, since again we're in body and mental health section. But also I really love the healing aspect, the rebirth of the lizard over here. So some lizards, you cut off their tail and it regrows, right? Now you have a third, okay, healing and cleansing agent here with the scissors. So this energy could have started in the past with needing to cut away something, okay, here, or multiple things. And maybe because somebody is listening to, that's my listening seashell there, feminine energy. It could be that somebody was listening to a friend, okay, here with the witch charm, or a group of friends, or a friendly type of energy that was like, hey man, hey you, whoever, right? Let's cut away something here, because there's an attention to detail with the strawberry there, but we don't want to be too focused on all the details. It could even be that this cutting away that started in the past was like, don't be so over focused on the details, but like what's the also the larger picture for someone's health here. Okay, sorry, I got like hair in my mouth. Okay. Hopefully it's my hair and not dog hair or cat hair. But anyway, guys, sorry. As we go this way though, we can see again, you got good luck here, and this is on the black mat, so this is present current energies. If we move back your lucky rabbit's foot where it was, right, all this good luck. So two good luck symbols here, really beautiful. Now as we kind of go forward here too, it's like maybe this listening to this friend or this group of friends or this friendly type of energy, it started in the past, okay, but it's still going on here, and it's like, how can I continue to listen? Okay, so here we have the raccoon claw, okay, is kind of very close to, let me turn that down, sorry, very close to the listening bells here. So listening for perhaps some type of advice, or listening to other people's experiences and how we can learn from them in terms of our body and mental health. Because remember, we do have that transformative energy there with the butterfly, and tapping into those like higher vibrational frequencies, maybe with the help of our ancestors, spirit guides, passed on loved ones, friends, etc., going back to that skeleton hand there too. Now, as we look on this side, okay, we have one of the coyote penis bones here, masculine energy. We've got the turtle, and then we have the freedom handcuffs here. Then, if we go this side, we have a piece of the armadillo vertebrae or back, and then we have the key charm right there on the line, okay? So, with that masculine energy, excuse me, to manifest more freedom with our health, with our body, with our mental health. It's saying to go slow here because, again, there is this big transformation happening. But it looks like over time, there could be something within our support system, our friends, family, romantic lover, mental health care person, if you see a therapist or a counselor or whatever, that kind of have some answers here for you. It could also be that this support system is the answer in its own way, right? And strengthening that support system. If we go back a little bit here, though, Capricorn, remember with that feminine energy that's really supportive of balancing within the body and the mind here, right here, it's like let's be in that soft feminine receiving energy, okay? So we can maybe the armadillo vertebrae, right? I think of armadillos as having like a really hard outer shell, okay? So it could be like we need to soften up a little bit to get that balance, okay? So, of course, like I always say, we have both masculine and feminine energies inside of us, regardless of, how you identify, okay? But I really do like what I've seen so far, in this section. So now because we're kind of like right on the line, okay, we talked a little bit here. So now I want to move into relationships and love. We have a lot of stuff that's right on the line that's like crossing over. And I could tell, again, if we pull out, that sometimes in a reading, all the bones and charms will be like in one or two sections, right? Sometimes they're in three sections. Sometimes they're only in one, or sometimes they're like this and they're kind of all spread out. So when I see that, I feel like it really talks about Capricorn, just a lot of things happening at once, and this being a busy time for you. So it could be a busy time for the month of December. It could go beyond that. It could even go, into January. It could have started a little bit in November. Since time is fluid and relative, and this is a general reading meant for multiple people, the details are gonna be a little bit different for everybody. Okay, but just a lot going on, right? And it doesn't necessarily like good or bad. Just seeing that there's a lot of things happening. Okay. So, with that being said, I want to see here, Capricorn, what is on the white part of the mat, okay, in this section, okay, for relationships and love. All right, and so this is romantic love, platonic love with friends and family, and self love. It's all the different types of love, all the different types of relationships, and relationship to self as well, okay? So we said before a little bit that we have, or I have, two skulls in this kit. Okay, so one was on the line between body and mental health and relationships and love. So I already kind of knew that someone's mind is either already there or will be thinking about a lot about these things. But also, it's with this other skull being back out here in the past. It's like in the past, perhaps there was a lot of focus on relationships as well, and maybe feeling a little bit like the support in the relationships wasn't all the way where somebody wanted it to be, or if it's not a person, you yourself or someone else, it could just be an energy, because we do have a piece of the whale vertebrae, the back right bone all the way out here. So because it feels a little disjointed there, that's kind of why I was saying that. But we also have on this side the nutmeg. So a lot of abundance was still here in the past in relationships. It just could have felt that the support aspect was maybe a little bit further out, okay, or that someone needed to, if we think of whales, right, they're in the water, they swim, they needed to swim to you, and you needed to swim to them, or it just wasn't as close maybe as you wanted it to be, okay? I also see here, though, that there was a lot of possible new ideas that started in the past in terms of your relationships, how you react with yourself and with others. Okay, all of those things. This is really interesting too here, Capricorn. So here we have the ship charm. I just kind of flipped it over, and it's very close to Pegasus, the winged horse, and then we have the dog ankle bone. So the ship charm is like, where do we find our freedom, which is also what Pegasus represents? But where do we also find safety and freedom in our relationships with ourselves and others? Okay, because we drop the ship anchor when we need to stop our boat, right? And we lift it when we need to go and to have freedom and movement. So both of these things, this energy, I'm putting it back the way it was, just so you could see a little better. It's like both of these energies were here, Capricorn, and it's like there needed to be, and still needs to be, because it's in the current present energies, some flexibility within that. So where do we find our safety and our freedom with our relationship with ourselves and our others? There still needs to be a flexibility aspect here, whether it's you yourself, Capricorn, or someone else, or multiple people, or the just general environment situation. Okay, now we all need flexibility, so that's not anything bad, right? We all need that message from time to time, definitely. So here with this conch shell, again, feminine energy. Anytime we see seashells, and then out here, we have, just so you can see, we have the corn charm as well. So it's like, where do we want to use some of this feminine energy, soft receiving energy, to plant some seeds on how we want our relationships with ourselves and others? Okay, so that's really cool to see. All right, and that's also, again, because in the past maybe some new ideas about those things were already coming in some shape or form. Okay, now, as we move forward this way, Capricorn, we have the Cupid charm here, really close to the mermaid. So it could be that there was like um, long ago energy wishing or wanting for something in terms of our relationships, and how to. It's kind of pointing almost like very shy. It's almost just missing the Saturn charm here, Capricorn, and that is your ruler, right? Regardless of where you may have Capricorn in your chart, that's Capricorn ruler. Oh, now it won't go back the way it was, but I just wanted to kind of flip it over. There we go. It was something like that, roughly like that. So it could be that, the relationships, were wanting to get this more serious, organized energy, but it was just like, just missing it a little bit. Or it's saying that you're going to hit it if you focus on it, right? So there's always free will and always choice, okay? And this is the energy as of right now. So nothing is set in stone, okay? With this bobcat tooth here, and then these two raccoon penis bones on top of each other, it's like somebody will be chewing over and digesting how to bring in more masculine energy with that Saturn energy. So how can we be more proactive and aggressive in some sense with getting serious about our relationships with ourselves and others? Okay, how can we be more organized? How can we slow down that Capricorn Earth energy? And we did have, was it this month or last month? I think, I'm trying to look at yeah, I think it was last month. Saturn went direct in November. Okay, so again, this is a reading for December. It could still be like using that energy, okay, because I don't remember what day off the top of my head it went direct. All right, now with these things that were on the line that we talked about in terms of body and mental health, they also apply to relationships and love. So again, remember tapping into that feminine energy that we see here, and then we also saw over here, that soft receiving energy. And with the armadillo piece of that vertebrae, it's like, how can we soften the shell a little bit to get more answers in terms of our relationships? if we go this way, Capricorn, it's like, how can we feel more at home or do things with the home? Um, not That sounds weird. How can we do things more at home, or going towards how we feel at home in our relationships to find more support? Okay, with that snake vertebrae piece there as well. How do we also have our individual power and our community power with the honeybee here, and how that affects our relationships? All right, now this is one of my newer bones here that I was gifted so nice by a friend. And so that one, I believe, oh man, I'm gonna have to double check. Because I literally just got it like a day ago. I think that is the vertebrae of the deer. Let me double check, guys. Just gonna take a picture with Google Images. I think that's how I did it the other day. Okay, it's probably not going to focus. Hold on. Let's put it over here because I don't want to say the wrong thing. I know she gave me deer, fish, and coyote bones. I just can't remember what this one is off the top of my head. Let's see. It says it's a fish bone. Okay. So fish vertebrae. Please. Yep, fish vertebrae. All right. So let's put our fish vertebrae back where it was. All right. And so vertebrae is the backbone, right? So we kind of already talked about like bringing in more support, okay, over here with the snake vertebrae. And then here with the fish vertebrae, it's like, how can, when I think of fishes, they're swimming, right? How can we find a more easy flow in our relationships with ourselves and others, okay? Within that support system, like the supportive relationships, like how can we find that more supportive energy and go with the flow with the supportive relationships, all right? Now, it's really interesting to see here too, Capricorn, that on the other side of this, we have the seahorse here, okay? And so that symbol is my symbol for family, okay? So it could be blood relatives and family. It could be whatever we consider our tribe. Our family doesn't have to be blood, right? But it's like very close to that fish vertebrae, okay? So again, how can we or someone else, multiple general environment situation, find the supportive relationships, okay, and what that means for what we consider family, blood and friends, etc. Okay, because there's happiness on the other side, really close to that, with the sun here right on the line, and then you have the Norse symbol for protection. So there's like a happiness and a protective energy not far off from that seahorse. Okay. Now, as we go this way, right in the center here, right in that heart that's on the mat, okay, so we got the money symbol over here for work and money. We have a cross that's underneath here that you can't see for spiritual unconscious. And then over here, we had the little figure of a person meditating. It's kind of upside down, right? And then here we have the heart symbol. So when stuff falls right on the heart, it makes me think of the heart chakra as well, okay? And so we have basically the Libra symbol here, okay, our balance scales. We have another coyote penis bone, and then we have my symbol for Capricorn right there, okay, all on the heart. So here, Capricorn, it's like, how can we have balance in our heart chakra to manifest things and continue to keep working hard on our relationships, okay? Now, this could have something, Capricorn, to do with a Libra, a sun sign Libra, or someone who's got a lot of Libra in their chart, but it doesn't have to be. It could also be, during Libra season, okay, of this year, of last year, etc. Since time is fluid and relative, it just really depends. But mainly, if you put the zodiac energy aside, if that part doesn't necessarily resonate, it could just be like, again, where do we find an equal give and take within our heart chakra with ourselves and others, and how can we be resilient with that energy. It could have something to do with another Capricorn, since this is a Capricorn reading. It could be another Capricorn, or where they have Capricorn in their chart, or Capricorn season of this year, of last year, of next year. Or again, if you put the zodiac energy aside, it could just be, where do we not give up? Where do we not give up? Trying to find that balance, okay? Where if you're going to give from your heart, then other people are going to give from their heart as well, right? That's what we all are kind of, looking for, or most of us anyway, if you're watching something like this, right? So there's a lot of, again, getting serious, like no more bullshit, I'm hearing, right? Because we had Saturn symbol right on top of those two raccoon penis bones. So how can we get more serious in our relationships, get more organized, slow down a little bit, and strive for that balance, and not give up, and keep working towards that, okay? Because again, you have happiness not that far away. It's still in this section. It's right on the line, okay? And we also have that beautiful protective energy with the Norse symbol for protection, okay? So if there were challenges, right, and our relationships are still going on, okay, with that mountain charm underneath that first raccoon penis bone, and if there's confusion there, it's like, keep striving, don't give up, or someone else not to give up, and keep working towards finding that balance, okay, and getting more serious and more organized, all right? Okay, so now as we pull out a little bit here, we can see we're going to move now into the work and money section, okay? So we're going to kind of talk about, we already talked about a little bit of some of the stuff that's on the line in terms of relationships, but now kind of want to talk about it in terms of work or money or finances, or if you're no longer working, it could just be how you're being valued or someone else's, etc. Okay. So beautiful protective energy there around some type of happiness in terms of work or money, finances. Again, if there was challenges, it could have made, or if there still are some challenges and confusion, it kind of makes that more proactive masculine energy to come out here. Like, well, where do I find my happiness and my protective energy with the work, with the money, with the finances? Because if we jump back here, Capricorn, and see what's on the white part of the mat, this is energy in the past. There was a lot of abundance here with the Buckeye in somebody's work or money section in the past. And underneath it is the book charm. So there could have been a lot of abundance in terms of knowledge, like knowing something or getting some type of information here in the past, okay, that maybe made the work or money areas of your life or being valued even more abundant there, okay, with that book charm. I think I'm moving too much. I'm trying to wait for the camera to focus if I maybe stay still a little bit longer. But hopefully you guys can still see the next item that I'm going to talk about here is the alligator claw, and then we have another raccoon claw there as well. So in the past, there was a lot of manifesting energy, like that's like a hand, almost like, right? Like reaching out, clawing at something, trying to manifest something, dig deep with something. So how can we take the knowledge that maybe someone received in the past for more abundance, and how to keep manifesting with that? There could have also been a lot of good luck in the past in terms of work or money or finances or being valued, and that wasn't always like that, okay, right? Like we all have ups and downs. So on this side, again, still in work and money, there was maybe some stagnant energy because there was a lot of emotions here with the cup, okay? So maybe the emotions made it more stagnant, or because it was stagnant energy here, then it made it more emotional for someone. But also, if we go this way, Capricorn, to see the cat's eye right here on the line, in the past and still a little bit in the current present energies, there was something that maybe you were not seeing or someone else was not seeing in terms of their work or money or finances or being valued. But what I do like is that majority of that is in the past. Only a little bit is still here. Okay. If we're not seeing something clearly with the work or the money, that also would explain the challenges with the mountain charm and then the cloud, the confusion there. But not far from that cat's eye that's mainly in the past is here we have the envelope charm. So that's a letter, message, document charm. So here there could be this month that you receive some type of information. Let me turn that down. Or you could be giving some type of information, or some type of information comes in from your spirit guides, your guardian angels, etc., ancestors. It could also be that some of this information is it's a memory, okay? With the elephant charm being really close to that envelope charm, it's like maybe you remember something or someone else remembers something, okay, in terms of their work or money or finances or being valued. And this memory or group of memories is something that maybe started a little bit here in the past, like remembering something to do with this deer tooth bone here. Deer, I always think of them as very like majestic creatures and representing some type of purity or innocence, right? You think of wintertime, you see a deer out in the snow, or even if it's not wintertime, let's say, for me, that's what I think of, like that really kind of gentle, delicate energy. Like they're flighty, right? If they hear something, they react really quickly and they run, and so they have this type of innocence to them. Um, and that's kind of just the way that I associate it with it. But it could be like remembering something about how to get back to that innocent energy in terms of work or money or finances or being valued, right? So it could be like something about, well, what did I want to be when I was younger, or whatever, right? Or what did I want to do in terms of work or money when I was younger, even if it's just a couple years ago. It doesn't have to be like when you were a kid or whatever, right? But there's definitely this energy here too, Capricorn, of maybe doing something differently, okay, in your work or money or finances environment here with the spider and the spider web and then the hummingbird, doing something non-traditional, okay, because the hummingbird flies backwards, and most birds fly forwards, right? But they get the sweetest nectar, and they're really good at what they do, but they do things differently. So maybe there's some kind of message here for you, like, well, how can you do something a little bit differently with your work or money or finances or being valued that can affect that whole environment? Because here with the ship charm, it could be saying something about travel for some of you guys, traveling over water or near water, or travel in general, and maybe how that can affect your work and money areas, right? Um, this could also have something to do with like pulling strength from children, okay, or your own inner child. This could be your real children that you gave birth to, or someone else's children, or again, just inner child energy, but pulling strength from that because the baby is laying on top of that lion charm there. So this could also have something to do with a Leo here, Capricorn, or during Leo season, or someone who got a lot of Leo in their chart, or maybe even where you have Leo in your chart. But it's also about like community power and individual power with our second honeybee here touching that Leo, the lion charm. Okay, so how can I have my individual power with work or at work with the money, the finances are being valued, and then what is the community sense of power, right? So how do I work with others? How do others work with me? And where is the passion and creativity in that? Where is that childlike energy? Because there is all this beautiful protective energy we talked about before with the Norse symbol for protection. Now, also don't forget here, if we're asking those questions and thinking about those things, that you also have the bat there, not touching anything else, but very close to it. So the bat is another symbol for good luck. But for me, it's also about communicating, with our voice, with our vibrations, because bats can't see, right? So they really use sound. So, how can you communicate with your voice, with vibrations and sound, maybe with the work or the money or the finances or being valued? Okay. Because I do see that this month here, a lot of pieces of the puzzle, so to speak, are coming together here with this puzzle piece. And this could be about what your dreams are, in terms of work or money, finances, and being valued. Now, this could have something to do with a Sagittarius, because we have the Sagittarius symbol with that bow and arrow, or it could be during Sagittarius season, okay, that we're in right now until the 21st of December, or where you have Sagittarius in your chart, right? Or if we just put all that zodiac stuff aside, it's again, where do you pull back that arrow and hit your target? Because it's almost like the arrow is pointing already towards the puzzle piece. So that's so cool. So it's like this month, okay, or whenever you see this reading, right? Since time is fluid and relative, the pieces of the puzzle with work, the money, the finances, or being valued are really coming together here. It's like your mind is already on that, or it's been on that, Capricorn, or someone else's, or the multiple general environment situation. Okay. Because when I also look this way on the line, okay, for money and work, okay, we have the coffin charm here, we have the money bags, we have the water charm, and then underneath, okay, let me just move it out. Underneath that coffin is the fork. So cool. It's kind of like pushing it up right on the line there. So the coffin symbol, just like the skeleton hand, is my symbol for passed on loved ones, friends, family, etc. Okay, ancestors. So those ancestors are like, what is your diet in terms of work or money or finances or being valued? Okay, what do you feed yourself as a metaphor? What do you feed yourself in terms of what work you do, what you do with the work, what you do with the money, what you do with the finances? Are you being valued? Are others valuing you? Are you valuing them? Vice versa, etc. Okay? So your spirit guides really want you to think about that, or they know that you already have been thinking about that. And the more that you think about that, there's all this abundance here. Okay, so anytime the money bags falls in the work or money section or right on the line or close to it, it's like a really good, another good luck symbol for me. That's the way I interpret it, okay? Because there also have been a lot of emotions here with the water charm showing up. And again, we talked about some challenges. So if there's challenges, then maybe that makes someone or multiple people here a little bit more emotional, okay? But it's saying use those emotions, to again keep asking those questions like, what is my work and money diet? Okay. What am I surrounding myself with, or feeding myself, or feeding others, right? Because you do have all this good luck available, okay, with the bat there, and then your money bags, okay? So, very, very cool. All right, and then we also had the happiness and the protection. So, a lot going on there, but things to think about and be excited about. Sorry, guys. My allergies have been bothering me a little bit, and I didn't bring water with me, but that's okay. We are going to make it. Now let's move into your last section here, Capricorn. So now we're coming into the spiritual unconscious section, okay? And we kind of already talked about some of the things on the line when it goes that way, but now we want to talk about it as it goes this way, right? So again, also too, anything that falls in the center circle affects all the different areas. So if there are some spiritual unconscious challenges and some confusion this month, it's like, well, that could be because somebody's feeling extra emotional a little bit. But your spiritual team, again, wants you to be like, not only is what is your work and money diet, but what's your spiritual unconscious diet? Okay. Um, so it's a good question for all of us, right? So what are we listening to spiritually, unconsciously? The people we're surrounding ourselves with, the media that we're consuming, right? How does this bring us more spiritual, unconscious abundance here with the money bags also right on the line? So how does it bring more like meaning and value here? If you don't like the word spiritual or unconscious, you could just replace that with your intuition, right? So what do you feel at night when you're alone, right? Because there could be some type of message, a spiritual unconscious message through your intuition that you give out, or someone gives it to you, like from your spiritual team, your ancestors, angels, spirit guides, etc., or past on loved ones, friends. Okay, because there's also like a spiritual wish here, and this wish is like a long time coming and wanting. Okay, here with the seashell the seashell charm. Okay, I can speak, yes. And it's like wanting for some type of peaceful energy here with the peace doves. All right, because maybe here in the past a little bit, if we go this way too, as if there was something that we weren't seeing clearly, or someone else wasn't seeing all the way clearly, in terms of spiritual intuition or unconscious energy. It could be that maybe in the past, the advice was to start to go with the flow more here. Okay, this could have been with a Pisces or during Pisces season, or where you may have Pisces in your chart, or you put that aside if none of that resonates, and it's more about how do we go with the flow here more, okay, with the spiritual flow. So I see that starting in the past and then also moving here into the present. So with this human teeth bone here, you can barely see it, I'll put it on the mat. It's like that energy, someone was chewing over, digesting that in the past as well. Now, as we go this way, Capricorn, it's really interesting. We have the no charm here, and it's right on top of this is the broom charm. And then over here, if we flip this over, this is the frog charm. Okay, so the frog represents some type of leap of faith here. So with the no charm being on top of the frog and part of the broom, and then touching those other things that we'll get into in a second, it could be no, sometimes they say, is God's protection. Rejection or no is God's protection, right? So this is also, and let me just turn it around and wait for the camera to focus because I'm moving a lot. This is also an angel, right? It looks kind of, let's see if I can get closer, maybe it'll focus too. It looks kind of scary, right? Because it's an angel with big wings, and it looks like a skeleton angel, right? There we go. But it doesn't have to be taken that way. So this could be some type of protection. So perhaps you say no to some type of leap of faith here, some type of spiritual, unconscious, intuitive leap of faith. And maybe it's not no for forever, but it's a no for right now. And that's because there still needs to be a lot of cleansing going on here. Spiritual unconscious cleansing, okay, because it's also on the broom. Okay, so that was also touching this other human teeth bone here, and then the apple, remember, right on the line. So here it's like Capricorn, there perhaps needs to be some cleansing with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, or it's something about your own, and or it could be with a teacher, a mentor, a guide, and or also something about your own leadership qualities. That something needs to be cleared here before that leap of faith happens. Okay, because that's what your ancestors' spiritual team wants you to do. Okay, again with the skeleton hand and then the leaf here, like double clearing, like keep clearing. And if there was questions, right, about maybe when we were going to get some answers, and over time there with the rope charm and then the masculine charm there too, how can we over time be more proactive with these things and then bring in and welcome more good luck, right? So if we keep clearing here, Okay, there's also going to be a protective energy too. Okay, so you have protective energy over there, right, with the North symbol for protection and work and money and relationships and love. But here, this safety pin is just in the spiritual unconscious. So it's like his own type of protection, right? And I think that that's something that you've been wanting for a long time, and wanting to manifest more of it. Doesn't mean that you didn't have it before, but it's like, how can it be like even more? So again, this no could be some type of protective energy to some type of leap of faith. Like, no, it's not quite the right time yet. Like, almost maybe, right? But not yet. Okay. So it's going to be different for all of you since it is a general reading. Um, but yeah, that's kind of, what I'm seeing. Um, Now, I want to look back at the picture because I think I slightly moved. I was like, did I talk about this? But I think this was down here. Yeah, it was. I don't even have to look at the picture. Okay, so somehow my turkey wishbone really interestingly moved from down here to now here in the body and mental health. So that's interesting, right? It has to do with what we were just talking about, because why did it, I mean, it could have touched my shirt and just moved or whatever, but that rarely happens. So I feel like it's another message. So with that turkey wishbone in the body and mental health, then coming in and having the wish, I'm sorry, not the wish, the witch charm here, okay? And then our listening seashell, it's like really wishing for and listening to a group of friends or one friend or a friendly type of energy. And that also is supported by this good luck here because the turkey wishbone moved and now it's sitting on top of the 4-leaf clover. So, with also in reach of the turkey wishbone's legs is that part of the scissors here, right? And again, what falls on the white mat is past energy, and this is current present energies. So this moved all the way from here, right? Movement and healing started in the past, and then it moved all the way here. So definitely, we already know from your whole reading too, with the way that the bones and charms all kind of fell out in all these different sections and not just in one or not just in two, is everything is like super interconnected more than usual this month here for you, Capricorn. So, you know, um, keep listening for and listening and getting advice from your friends about how your spiritual unconscious and your intuition is going to also affect your health, mental and physical, and maybe affect other people's health too. But I see a lot of definitely good things here happening for you, Capricorn, for your season, right? For the second half of December and even moving into January, the first half of January. So again, I want to say early, or depending on when you see this, it won't be early, but happy birthday to all the sun sign Capricorns out there. So yes, let me just move the camera back up here too for a moment. But yeah, I wanted to say thank you guys so much for your energy. If the camera would say something like that. For your energy, for your views, for your likes, your subscriptions. They're all free, and they do help support my channel here, whether it's on YouTube or Facebook Live or eventually Instagram and TikTok. I am doing these readings for free, so any way that you want to share or like the video, or subscribe and follow just means that you're getting emails when I put out new videos. It's free, everything's free. So anyway, thank you guys so much. Enjoy this time period, and I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then I will be back next time starting with Aquarius and Pisces and working backwards through the signs. All right, so you guys take care, and if you celebrate do any holidays this December and January, enjoy your holidays as well. All right, guys, see you later. Bye.